Everybody's very conscious now of the impact that their lives are having on the ecology, and people are looking for ways that they can reduce their impact, whether it's the clothes they buy or the type of automobile they purchase. And so the same will be true of paint. How they redo their homes and what products they use, and whether they have an impact not just on the general ecology, but also just within their own home themselves.
For more than 140 years, the Sherwin Williams Company has been committed to excellence. Excellence for our customers, our neighbors, our communities. It's an integral part of our culture. And with that philosophy guiding us, Sherwin Williams is proud to pursue LEED certification for its newest paint store in Sachse, Texas. LEED, Leadership in Energy and Environmental Design, the gold standard for building green.
Certification for them shows that they're committed to doing this process, and since they provide all the materials for contracting industry, paints, residential, commercial, it shows everyone that they have that as a priority.
We decided it was important that we at least have one store out there that was LEED certified as a means of learning what it would take to make our stores more eco-friendly and certainly reduce our carbon footprint in the world, and also to prepare ourselves for the possibility that some of these LEED requirements might be encoded into city building codes and so forth.
The concept of building green is not new for Sherwin Williams. In fact, for years, they have been working on making their stores more energy efficient and environmentally responsible. The design of the proposed LEED certified store emphasizes strategies for sustainable site development, water and energy efficiency, eco-responsibility, and a healthy indoor environment.
This has been kind of in my mind for quite some time, and at some point, once it became obvious that these LEED criteria were becoming more practical and more valuable, then it became obvious that we should pay attention to them and look at maybe implementing some of them.
At first glance, the Sherwin Williams property looked like most others, but there was one very big surprise.
Brownfield redevelopment is utilizing an existing space or land mass without taking another footprint in undeveloped land. And so part of the project was utilizing the space that used to be a gas station. So they took out the old tanks and cleaned up the soils, and so we came in after that point and started our construction.
The fact that this was what is called a Brownfield Site actually helped us to choose this site as our first LEED certified store, because you get credit for cleaning up a site.
But back in the 1950s, this site was an old gas station. So before the project could get off the ground, a remediation company and Siemens Water Technologies removed 3 subsurface gas tanks and disposed of almost 12,000 gallons of the product inside. Once cleaned up, the project began to take shape. One of the unique aspects was contractor Anthony Halsey's efforts to segregate construction waste from recyclables.
We got with Waste Management Company, and they document the materials, so we broke the materials down into different containers, be it plastic, wood, concrete, steel. Each one of them held those specific materials, and those materials are weighed and sent to the recycle center rather than sent out to a standard dump. Steel joist in this project, that's 90% recycled steel. So rather than being thrown out into the dumps, we're able to recycle that steel and utilize it in this project. That's part of what the LEED is about, is using recycled contents.
Other key elements to the property include parking for hybrid vehicles and carpools, fly ash mixed into the concrete, landscaping that is designed for water efficiency, and lighting in the parking lot that is designed to produce less light pollution in the sky and across property lines.
What we were doing is making sure the light level doesn't go back up. Everything reflects down and stays within the site itself. So you're not influencing the neighbors or being a distraction to them. So you want to have a minimal amount of light, and that helps in the energy efficiency too.
I of course like the fact that we have the energy efficient lighting in our buildings. It saves us a great deal of money over the long term, and I'm looking forward to even further improvements in that in the future. In fact, we're already looking at LED lamps for general lighting that might replace fluorescent lamps, and they're much more energy efficient, and you don't have to worry about disposing of them as a hazardous material.
The biggest challenge was finding materials within a 500-mile radius of Dallas-Fort Worth, a LEED certification point that is the core of the program.
If you draw a circle 500-mile radius, you go almost to Mexico and you go off into Louisiana. So we found that the majority of our materials were easy to access.
When it's all said and done, Sherwin Williams plans to pursue LEED certification on other stores, as they have done on this 5,000 square foot building in Sachse, Texas. But for the Sherwin Williams Company, the largest producer of paints and coatings in the United States, green doesn't stop here.
Once the public becomes aware that you're not just selling them a green solution, but you're taking it seriously enough that you're willing to put your money where your mouth is, you know, that we build our own facilities to be green. And so it gives us more credibility with the customer, I think.